live for the Hearth Patio Barbecue Expo, and I'm here. Hello folks, Max Lavoie from House of Barbecue Expert. COVID friendly, we're going to stay separated, and we're going to talk today about the All-In-1. The All-In-1 that won the Vesta Award a few years back. A wonderful product, and also our collection of products. So Max, tell me about...
We've got a lot to talk. I hope you're ready for the next 30 minutes. It's gonna go fast.
Awesome. I think that today you're planning to cook a pizza on the All-In-1, right?
I am.
That's awesome. We love pizza. We also brought tons of products. What would you do with your pizza first? Do you start with your sauce?
Always, the first thing if you want to do a pizza, you need sauce. And the first thing you need to cook is also the sauce. You can add some meat and everything, but this is optional. The sauce is a must. So my sauce is pretty much ready. It's right here. I use the All-In-1 with it to make sure that the temperature is going high, but I don't want to have too much heat on the bottom. So that's why I put my riser. And then my tomatoes are there, because for a good pizza sauce, what you need?
Tomatoes.
That's it. So I got it right here.
So you're making homemade tomato sauce.
Exactly.
And we're gonna make a Margarita Pizza today?
Margarita Pizza.
Awesome, classic,
the original.
always delicious. We love it.
So all you need to do is to cut a little hole in the top of your tomato, and then you take your favorite spices, and I use Argentina. This one for pizza is awesome. Really a perfect mix. So you see, all the spices are here in the middle, and then the tomato just cooks slowly and become super soft. Oh my God.
So this veggie rack is literally an accelerator for cooking, I understand, right? The pin inside the vegetable. Do you also make potatoes on that?
Exactly. It used to be
awesome.
a potato rack, but then we realized that we can cook other stuff with it. So then we started to cook some tomatoes. We did it for onion also, if you want to do like some kind of a, how do you say that? Like a custard onion?
Caramelized onion?
Caramelized onion, exactly. Yeah, you cut the top and you just make a little hole, and then you're gonna put some maple syrup in it.
Oh,
put
nice.
it in your veggie rack and right in the barbecue.
I think you also cook fruits on it, right?
Fruit delicious.
You've developed a cake spice.
Yeah, exactly. You
That's
can do
sweet.
it with actually orange. It's not
I
that
actually
good,
put it on
but
my
it works.
coffee. I don't even make cake with it. I put it on my coffee.
Put it in the coffee. That's
okay, so tell me, how do you make your pizza sauce?
So that's it, exactly. You see the tomatoes are really soft right now, so I just cut it in half. You see, so I'm just gonna take a fork and you peel it. You can use a potato peeler also. Some people put them in a mixer, but I like to have like raw kind of
little
raw
texture.
Yeah, exactly. And I like to get to keep the skin. A lot of people are gonna remove the skin, but I don't know, it's good. I like to let it there. I try to cut it as much as I can, but even if it's on the pizza, it just reminds you what's in it, so you know it's a tomato.
That looks delicious, and it's literally just dry herb. Argentina has a very herby profile, and tomatoes.
And the perfect mix is that much out of the tomatoes.
Okay, so you
with
have
a hole
to stack
that
it
big.
up.
That's it, and the rest you put the spices in it. That's the perfect mix.
So the All-In-1 is great to cook pizza.
Yep.
And you're going to show us how to cook pizza on it now.
And we call it the All-In-1 not only because of pizza, but we'll talk about it later.
Okay, so just as a little teaser.
Yep.
Inside so it provides additional inches in vertical height to your kettle type barbecue, whichever you use.
Exactly.
And inside the All-In-1, how many grids can you add if you wanted to use it for smoking salmon, for instance, or?
Yeah, you can actually add 2 grates, but in total you can have up to 3 grates, because
with the original at the bottom.
The original at the bottom, and then you can add 1 and 2. So it's really useful. You can maximize it. If you don't want to use the whole 3 grates, you can use the first one to put like a heat deflector or something like that. But if you really want to maximize the space, you just put some kind of a ring. They do it like for Weber now, so you put a ring with a plate on it, so it makes the heat deflect, and then you have 1, 2, 3 grates when you can put cold smoked salmon on it, so you can really maximize your space. Because if you do cold smoked salmon, you want to make sure that you can do a lot. You're not just going to do like one fillet or something.
Exactly, because it's a 24-hour process.
Exactly.
You started the day before.
Exactly.
in the
better
rub.
have some overstock and not eat it the same day. So I recommend always doing more.
So maybe later we'll have a peek at a new way to smoke in the All-in-1. But right now, what do you continue with? So you'll be preparing your pizza dough?
Exactly. I got the pizza dough. This is a market bought, but you can definitely make your own pizza dough. When I do it myself, usually what I'm gonna do is I mix the flour with the water,
the yeast.
and what you need, and the yeast exactly. But all you need actually to add to it is salt and some kind of sugar, because you need to activate the yeast with the sugar, and you need some salt for the flavor. So what I use usually is a mix of the Kansas rub, because the sweet Kansas, because it got a lot of sugar. So I put this with the water and the yeast, so it activates the yeast, which is really awesome.
Smart.
And then I'm gonna just throw sometimes California, or if you want something spicy, you can add the Tex-Mex or just more flavor. You add the booster in it, and this is really for the flour part. So then you mix it. You just shake it a little bit and play with it, and then you let it.
Perfect. So let's see how you add it onto the All-in-1. I'm curious to see what's inside that little door there. There's a little rubber handle. I guess that's to make sure that we don't burn our hands when we go to open it.
So I'm gonna do it slowly after. But the first thing to understand is why it's a pizza oven, also as a cold smoker, regular smoker, tandoori grill. You can also use it as a rotisserie, definitely. I always forget about the rotisserie, but the main, at the beginning it was mostly a rotisserie. You can also use it for baking bread, pretty much anything actually. I use it for anything. It's really awesome. So the door, when you open the door, that's the pizza part. I'm just gonna put that here. When you use it as a pizza, what you want to build actually is a lot of fire, a lot of heat. So my barbecue is at over 600 right now. And the thing is, usually in a real pizza oven, what you want, like Italian kind of style, you want to have a lot of heat that comes to the top. And
so you want the flame to curve back over the pizza.
Curve back, exactly, to make sure that the cheese is gonna melt. Of course,
lovely,
and kind of broil. You want to have that a lot of heat, because you want it to broil.
So you've got some basil here. You'll have to put some on my pizza.
Perfect, it will be a pleasure. I put it at the end so it stays fresh, because with the heat it's gonna burn.
Let's have a look inside.
So if you open it, ta-da, and yes, you will put a little rubber to make sure that it's convenient, because at this temperature, I guarantee you that the stainless steel is really, really, really hot. So I'm not gonna touch it. So you got the door. When it's open, you have access to actually the inside of the pizza oven kind. So if you look at it right here, you look at it right here, exactly. So you see the fire, it's not yet there, because when you want to build the fire, you need that. You need wood actually. You can use
wood chunks. Wood chunks.
Wood chunks, exactly. I like those because, as you can see, they are real barrel stave. How do you say that? So
those are bourbon barrel.
Barrel, exactly. And you see there was a hole here, and
with the cork.
The cork, exactly. We removed it, and then you have the original, the real stuff. This is burned inside, because all the bourbon barrel usually are burned inside to make some kind of a charcoal flavor.
Yes,
but it smells like bourbon. It's awesome. It's oak, so it's gonna.
So this is one of the products that we can find
sell,
with
exactly.
House of Barbecue
You can have with House of Barbecue Expert. So take this right there in the fire in the back, and what happens when you do that is you create your fire. So slowly it's gonna you give it a lot of air.
Yeah.
So when a lot of air, what happens? You need air, something to burn actually, and heat. So with that, it's gonna burn and it's gonna start a real flame. And I want a big flame. So I'm gonna add a little bit more of this, because I want a big flame. You want a big flame because you want to kind of sear your pizza. So I let it just burn, and you see it's gonna light pretty quick. And I let the door open. When you do that, you want to make sure that your top is closed and it's in the front, because there will be a flame right here. If you let it there, it's gonna melt.
The handle, yeah. Okay.
Yep. A lot of people do that, but hey, not
makes
my
sense.
fault. So right now it's gonna slowly build the immense fire. Is it a word? I'm French Canadian, by the way, so you might have heard my little accent. Sometimes I try words in English, but they're not words. So
you just try.
I'm just creating them sometimes. So first thing first is like building your fire, building a lot of fire, a lot of heat. Then you got your pizza dough, and we're gonna do it like this. And while my heat is slowly building. You want to see what's on the other one?
Yeah, let's have a
Ready
look.
for this?
Let's have a look. So
I want to see
you
it
have
also.
a second all-in-one that's installed here.
Yep.
And that was the surprise that you said you were holding for a little later.
A little later.
The all-in-one provides inches of height where we talked about this. You can add different grids.
Yep.
And you can also, so obviously smoke, but you're doing something special on this today.
Oh yes, I'm doing the competition type ribs because a lot of people that do a competition type barbecue, they're gonna cook in a barrel.
Yeah.
So they're gonna hang the ribs in the top of the
So you're
the
doing
grill.
vertical.
Vertical,
ribs.
exactly.
Wow.
So it's not like a barrel is like 3 feet. This is only like 1 feet. But I cut them in half. But it works perfectly. I do that all the time. You can see.
Oh wow! Look at this.
That's
So the
it.
ribs are literally hanging from a hook
Exact.
over the coals.
It's like around 300 degrees, so it's hot and fast, they call it. And usually you can also put like a bowl of water in the bottom, but I like to do it dry. That's the dry run. That's why I call it.
You'll just
so.
finish them with sauce later on.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. You
That's
put a little
awesome.
bit of sauce on it, and you're gonna grill it. So we can
So this
actually
is
put
an
the
interesting
bottom.
use for the all-in-one. Now,
Yep.
I do want to eat the pizza,
Yep.
but we can also do ribs. It's just
Exact.
a longer process. How long does it take to make a pizza on this tool here?
Oh, this thing is like 2 minutes.
Perfect. So
That's why I had to show you that.
this will be, it's amazing. So I'll have to stick around and have a
Yep.
bite of this later. But that's amazing how we can do vertical.
Yeah, and it's gonna.
Smoking ribs.
I wanted to show you in the middle of the cooking because I want to make sure that everything's perfect. But it is
Awesome.
perfect. So you put some charcoal around it. I use a mix of oak and maple, sugar maple. So I got a lot of flavor that's gonna be built with this. So
Perfect.
and now
So let's have
we
a
can
look at
cook
this
slowly.
pizza dough. So do you
Great.
just stretch it and
Yeah,
then
exactly.
your sauce is cooled a little bit and it's ready to assemble?
That's it, exact. This is how you do it. You can roll it or you can do it the old way, just like slowly. I like doing it like that because
Now we're enjoying this lovely backyard today.
yeah,
I
sun.
don't know if the birds chirping are getting through my microphone, but we won't try the spinning in the air because I don't want
No
any
spinning?
bird to just
Okay,
come and catch it on the fly.
I was gonna spin it.
You right? Hey, knock yourself out. I think you've got a second ball if you miss it.
Oh, that's smart. That's smart. So with the sun, it's always I'll go like this because with the sun you become blind and then you throw the dough on the floor, and this is not good.
Look at you, Pizziolo.
Yep.
That's how we say that.
6 years working at Pizza Hut. That's what happened. I'm joking.
Now I think that your
Practicing.
business is selling barbecues, but
Yep.
also you've developed over the years a proprietary line of products.
Yep.
And we have all of the sauces and rubs, or there might actually even be some missing. I think that you've got over 22.
I think we are missing some.
We're missing
actually,
a few, so that's amazing. I also brought with me today additional tools while you stretch this dough.
yeah. Yep.
We'll be probably using this guy later.
Oh,
Pizza
yes.
cutter. What I like about it is that it's a wood handle, so it doesn't get hot.
Exact.
See, and it's very
And
sturdy.
it's-
I feel
it's
like
strong,
I could
that's
really
the other part
cut
of it.
serious pizza with this. So I'll keep that handy, not too far. We also have this fun Twistomax.
Oh man, that's
And
my
the
favorite.
Twistomax, I think that is my son's favorite because you
That's
can
also
take
my
a hot
favorite.
dog and stretch it almost to twice the length. By the time
Exact.
you unwind it, it just cuts the sausage
Yep.
in and makes it longer as it cooks. It just unwinds.
It just unwind exactly, and it gives you space to fill it. So then
That's
you can
right. You can
add
put
some
more cheese,
and
more condiments.
bacon.
This is a cool tool.
This is awesome. But the real thing about it is not about like filling it up. It's about flavor, because you have the Maillard reaction when you grill a sausage. That's why it's so good. It kind of become caramelized and
yeah,
like
the
perfect.
crust on it. You have more
Exactly.
crust.
So if you open it and slowly open it,
That's
you
right.
double and triple. I think it's up to 75% more flavor because you don't, like, let's say it's a sausage. You don't miss any of this. It's still going to be there. But
But you have all
the
of the
inside is
inside
going to
as well
be there.
that
That's
gets
going to be some
caramelized. That's
crazy
amazing.
stuff. Yeah.
Wonderful. All right, let's see how much sauce you put on your. Oh, do you pre-cook your dough first?
There is two way of doing it. I like doing big dough, like thick dough. So usually what I'm going to do is put it there, and then I put it back. I assemble it
dress
and
it
I
and
put
then-
it back.
Okay, so
The other way is just I assemble it and I put it in. But sometimes, personally, I think the dough is not cooked enough. What I really love to do is like we were just saying, I put it inside. And
So
you
let's
see,
pre-cook it. Yep.
that's it. I didn't put. The other thing really important is to do a little hole just to make sure that there's not too much air and that
bubble.
it doesn't bubble.
Yeah.
Exactly. The other thing that is really nice about this plate is, you see, I didn't put any flour on it. I just put it.
So this
right
is
in
the House of
barbecue.
Barbecue Experts
Exactly.
pizza plate, and you've got another one right there.
Ding! Usually when you buy.
So they're finished with enamel porcelain, is that
Exactly.
what it is? Yeah?
Usually it's like this, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
All the pizza
And
plates
they
are
all
always
stick
like
to
that.
it. Yeah.
When you buy that, you need a brush, because when the pizza dough stick to it, you need to brush it and really like sandblast it. It's not for fun. With this,
Some elbow grease in it.
it's crazy. You just put some water in it and on it and just little scratch, and that's it. It's really, really useful.
And
to-
I like the fact that it's black, because after we use it a couple times, it's like a cookie pan in the house. It gets a little stain even if you wash it, but this one always looks great because it's black finished. That's wonderful.
And the other thing that's really nice is if it was 100% ceramic, it wouldn't work with other stuff. But with this, I can put chicken wings. I even the other day I made like a all meat pizza, so I put my my beef right on it, and it cooked perfectly.
Nice.
It was awesome. So as you can see, the dough is ready, and this is
yeah.
why I was telling you just to make some hole in it.
Yeah. Are you gonna pierce it at this point, or are you gonna leave it like that?
Personally, I love this. It's really like 100% Italian kind of style. So this is the side that was already grilled. So you can, that's
So
already
you
cooked.
rotate it.
Exactly. So this part is cooked. So now it's not gonna, the sauce is not gonna go through
Oh,
it. It's
yeah,
gonna
that's
hold
right.
it a
That's
little
right.
bit better.
So it's not going to soak the dough. That's
Exactly.
very smart. So when you put it back in,
Yep.
you rotate it 180 degrees.
Yeah,
As well as flipping it over.
exactly.
you get an
But
even
I'm still
cook
gonna
all
have to,
around.
because of the cheese, I wanna make sure that it melt all over the place. So I'm gonna spin it like this during the cooking. For
Amazing.
Sure. Yeah.
It's a good idea.
The
2
other
minutes
thing-
each side, huh?
Exactly,
That's
yeah,
it?
pretty much. The other side, yeah, 2 minutes, yeah. What I like about this way of doing it is when you do barbecue, you're kind of building something. You're building your meal, and when it's like this, it's good, it's all right. But when you turn it, you realize that your dough is gonna be like that in a few minutes. So you're starting to know that it's gonna be delicious.
Yeah, it's
So
exciting.
I
You're,
like
you're
that.
building the anticipation there.
Exactly.
So now are you putting it back for a few minutes, or are you going to?
Yeah, I'm just
okay, you're
gonna
just putting little flour.
build it. Now I assemble it actually with the sauce and
And
everything.
this is also a pizza peel that is part of your
Oh,
collection
yeah.
of products.
It's awesome. This pizza peel is
And I like
pretty
it
much,
because usually the handle is so long. You turn around and
there
you
is
hit
like
everybody.
those
That's right.
that you don't know
And
where
I mean,
to
if
put
you
it.
have a real wood fire
Yeah,
in
if
your,
you have
in your
space,
backyard,
all
or you
right,
work
but-
in an Italian restaurant.
But still,
maybe,
yeah,
but-
exactly. I can still put my both ends on it and just go for it. And
Yeah,
I
but
can,
it's a good kit to add to the All-in-1 if you're planning to
Oh,
make
yeah.
pizza, because it's
Yeah.
very maneuverable, and
Definitely.
also for storage. You don't need
Yep.
to.
don't need to find a place somewhere and rent an extra room to put your pizza peel. That's for sure.
All right, so now we have to put it back, and then it'll cook
Yes.
for 3 minutes.
Exactly.
Perfect.
No, actually, I'm gonna assemble it with the
Oh,
sauce
you're gonna assemble it now?
and the
Perfect.
cheese. So
Okay,
I'm just gonna
let's
put
do
this
that.
here.
And while
I
you
got
do
some
that, I'm gonna
mozzarella.
show off a few more little things here that we have. So we have the
yeah.
Thermomax Junior, and the Thermomax is right in front of you, Max. Why do we cook with a thermometer? Why do we use this? And I've learned this
for a
early
pizza,
on.
you don't need it, but
No.
for anything else,
But
yeah, you
for
want to make
meat,
sure.
because this whole cook medium, all this doesn't work.
Doesn't really
You
work. It
need the
depends on your.
The internal temperature will dictate whether your steak is rare, medium.
Exactly.
or
It's
not. So
always the same. If
This
you
is,
want to
this
have
is this is the
perfection.
the one tool that you need. I have one in the kitchen. I have one outside that I
Yep.
live with my barbecue. I have one at the cottage.
That's it. I have one in my car all the time to make sure I don't eat
You don't leave
something
the house
undercooked.
without it.
That's it.
This is to inject. And today we're not injecting anything because we only have half an hour to present our products to the folks. But
I could have injected my my
your
ribs.
your
actually.
ribs.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
could
Some
have
people
injected
do
your
that.
ribs.
Yeah.
And injecting meat technically just add moisture inside the meat. So it's
Exact-
always a good practice to do at any
Yep.
given time, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Because we also inject
And flavor actually. You can
whole
add.
chicken on the rotisserie perhaps.
Yeah. You can I do it with beef tenderloin sometimes, and I inject that with butter because there's not a lot of fat in a tenderloin, beef tenderloin. I
Yeah.
like to have a lot of fat, so I put it right inside. So I can add some cognac to it,
Oh,
some
nice.
spices to it. It's really awesome. It's really, really perfect.
So let's see you assemble this beautiful pizza. We want to see it back out before half hour is over.
We will. So there you go.
So
Look at this.
recently you've added this product to your
Yeah.
line of product, and I'm going to pull it out because I haven't seen it. It's butcher paper.
Like
And
the
this is
real
amazing when you make pulled pork, eh?
pulled pork, beef, brisket, short ribs. I do it for even for chicken because I like to have a little bark on the outside of my chicken at the end.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I do it with that. I use it also to make sure that all my stuff keep clean. Sometimes I don't like to have to go back outside and bring a rag and clean and everything. So I just put it there and I cook on top of it. It reminds me that I love barbecue all the time. There is so much nice little picture on it. So
Here, I'm going to
perfect.
prepare some
Oh, yeah.
basil for you, my friend.
Thank you. Extra sauce.
Because
that's
I
it.
did mention that you're cooking this for me. So
Oh,
I'm gonna
yes,
make
I
it
am.
the way I like it.
It's perfect. Look at this. You love extra sauce?
I love extra sauce.
That's gonna be extra sauce.
So this is the pizza. Also want to note and point out that you have amazing charcoal. This is
Oh,
what you have that you're cooking on.
It is hot.
And you also have some pellets.
We do have some pellets, yeah.
Chunks, pellet,
We're
charcoal,
really big in pellets.
and
I
wood
love
chips
pellets.
as well, right?
Yeah, wood chips, wood chunks.
Wood chips.
We even
wood
have
chunks.
the one made from bourbon barrel that I was showing
Yeah.
to you. And yeah, we got pretty much everything. Do you have the California spice? It's right there. Can I get it?
There you go, my
Yeah,
friend.
This one is awesome. Is it? Oh, yeah. Look at this. Ooh, a little bit of green, a little bit of.
Oh, and
of
this spice is
ocean
lovely. It's
salt.
got cumin and a little citrus to it, eh?
Yeah, just the perfect
I
amount
love it.
of
I love it with
everything.
vegetable and fish.
So you want to make sure that your pizza is still dancing, you know? And then let's see. Oh my God! Look at this. This is fire. You ready? This is too hot. Sorry about that. Look at this. The flame is right there. So the
Amazing.
flame is gonna go inside of the lid and it's gonna come in the front because the heat always have to come somewhere. If it's not from the top, it's gonna go from the bottom, from the front, I mean. So it's
Let's
really,
put it in
really
next. We're 3
performing.
minutes out, and I want to make
Oh,
sure that I
yeah.
see this beautiful pizza coming out.
You ready for it?
Let's do it.
1, 2, 3. Hey, c'est parti.
And you leave the door open.
Yep.
The All-In-1 is made of 304 stainless steel,
304 100% stainless steel.
made in Canada,
Designed and made in Canada
tested
because
to,
wanted to make sure
tested
that
to last.
built it forever actually. You can even
You
do it
use
with
it
a
in the
fire pit.
winter.
With winter, no problem, because the stainless steel, it reflects the heat. So all the heat that comes on the outside, it just go on the inside. So it's really, really awesome.
That's awesome.
And also the other, look at the cheese, it's already starting to melt. The other great thing you can do with it is fire pit. So you want to just do a fire
Oh,
pit
that's
and
right. You
grill
just
on
put
top.
it right on side and
Exactly.
and put the grill at the top. Yeah,
That's
that's
it.
well. Now in your car, you need to carry a thermometer and an All-In-1.
And all in one, all the time. You want to make
you
sure
can start a fire anywhere you go.
To survive everywhere, anytime, it's perfect. So when it's half done, I'm just gonna flip it. So switch.
So halfway through the cooking process, 180 rotation to get more of the flame on the second half of the pizza.
Yeah, and make sure when you do your 180, you spin it like this and not like that.
Yeah, that would not be so good, eh?
That's my humor. Not really good,
That's
but
your good
I do a
sense
good
of
pizza.
humor.
Most important is you want to make sure that you stay beside your pizza
You
because
keep an eye on it,
it's
eh?
pretty fast. Exactly. So
This
right
is
now,
just like a, well, it is a wood oven pizza.
it is exactly like a wood oven pizza, but you don't need to wait for hours to make sure that there's a lot of temperature because, like I was saying, the stainless steel, it reflects the heat, so it goes really fast. So
This
as you
is
can
amazing.
see, I didn't check actually. I'm blind. Is it perfect?
It looks pretty good.
Perfect. This is
Yeah,
how.
it looks pretty good.
This is what
so
I want.
we're just gonna rest it on the second plate, but you could put it on any cutting board or any other plates as you want.
Basilico. Basil.
Excellent.
Oh my God. This looks delicious.
This is lovely. So now you've just showed me that we can make pizza
Yep.
on the All-In-1, using the
A
All-In-1.
lot of heat.
We can do competition style,
Oh,
vertical smoking
let's
ribs.
have a
Do we want
last
to have a look
look.
at them again?
Woo!
Oh yeah, they look great. They look great.
Goes fast, seriously. It's like usually you're gonna smoke those for like 4 or 5 hours. With this type of
We can
cooking,
already see the bone marrow bubbling at
Yep.
the end of the bone.
gonna be like
and-
2 hours of cooking.
And
it's
when you
perfect.
put your hook, I guess you make sure that you hook a good bone so that
yeah,
it
yeah,
doesn't
actually,
tear apart.
any
Yeah.
at least 1 or 2
One
the
or
first
two
one.
bones,
Yeah.
perfect.
They're not gonna disassemble unless
No.
you reach like 200 degrees.
That's awesome.
It's perfect.
That's very nice. So this All-In-1 is, we said, made of stainless steel 304,
304 stainless steel.
reflects the heat,
Yep. Like a mirror.
It weighs, what, 5 pounds? It's very light.
I don't know, with my muscle, I don't feel it. But yeah, I think it's like around there, 5, 10 pounds, not 10 pounds, like 5 pounds, yeah.
So it's very light, it's portable. You can put it on the ground if you want to make
fire pit is awesome.
A fire. Go camping, you carry it with you in your backyard.
You don't even need a lid actually. You can use it with a lid, but you don't really need it.
So right now, it looks like your all-in-one is ready for another pizza. It's smoking.
Yep.
Your barbecue is hot, but I think that's all the time we have.
Next time.
Check us out on barbecue-experts.com. My name is Edith, Max Lavoie, House of Barbecue Experts, and we're here with you. We're happy to answer any questions, and we'll finish off with a nice view of all of our sauces and spices, which were developed always following different barbecue competitions. So you came back and said, I love this.
It was good.
But I think it should be less salty, or and you've developed with your brother elevated recipes.
Yep.
Something to try, folks. Thank you very much for your time. Hope to see you soon.
Thank you, and have a good barbecue.